Welcome everybody back to the Good Old Boy Podcast. I'm your host, Buster Cavalier. If you heard that intro, that is a throwback and a request from one of my listeners who said, "Man, I just remember hearing the dun 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 dun," and I was ready to go. And maybe it's a little throwback to a little Phil Collins Air of the Night, but I mean, let's have some fun with this thing. Who knows, guys? If you're tuning in and just want to get this off, if you don't have anybody to talk to, you're looking for somebody to maybe run something by, you're thinking about something, you don't have anybody you can talk to, man, I'm your good old boy. Holler at me. Drop in the show notes and click on the 15-minute call. Let's just see what's going on. Let's just see what's happening and go from there. That's it. Nothing, no commitment, no price, no nothing. Just you and me on a phone call for 15 minutes. Just shoot the shit and see what's going on. All right, everybody. So we are back on a show. I am rocking my... First of all, I have to apologize. I have to let y'all know something. Last episode, I showed off my brand new merch, my hat that was made for me from Jessica Bussarge, and I incorrectly said... I didn't realize this until after when I actually just listened to it. I mentioned her husband's business, 247 Metal Fab. Her business is 247 Laser Designs, and she's the one that made this hat. She did my ones for Mosquito Buster. She just does really great work, really fast, really quick turnaround. In fact, I messaged her one afternoon with the, "Hey, I saw this hat. I really liked it. Can you do this patch?" And I sent her my design, and I picked them up the next day. And really quick, really fast, good service, good production. I love it. I mean, what more can you ask for? So, as I said, her husband's business, AJ's, is 247 Metal Fab, where he does metal fabrication, welding, systems, utilities, things like that. Man, I've known him for a long time, and I've seen his work. I've seen what he's done. I've seen what he's grown his business to, and I'm proud of that guy. I need to have him back on here and talk about, just get an update, because we went through COVID. But his wife's business, 247 Laser Designs. Guys, please go follow them. Please go show them some love. Get you some merch from them. Quality. And as we are going, and we're getting so much closer to the Christmas holiday. I keep talking about this just because I want to let y'all know where I am at in this time frame of when these are being publicized. I want y'all to know, like, man, he's getting ready for the holiday season, the Christmas season. We just went through, so our church did their Christmas spectacular. I don't know about y'all, but if you've been on Instagram and you have seen the church's production for Christmas, where they're like flying in from the ceiling, it's pretty crazy. Our church had Olaf there, and the guys there did a really good job. It was great. We had the whole family. We're walking in. I'm going to check in my kids, and they're like, "Oh no, bring your kids to service. It's for everybody." And it was a really great message by Pastor Matt, and it was a really great production by the youth and the team there. So hats off to them. If you're in the Lake City area, you're looking for a church, go to City Mark Churches, who I highly recommend. Pastor Matt and Kate Jones, everybody there. We've been going there for a while. Highly recommended. I just love the message they're putting out, and you'll probably hear that as an epitaph to the basis of some of these episodes I'll put out. But it's what's made me better, so I'm going to continue to put that forward. So, anyway, it's Christmas. It's getting closer and closer. The holidays are here. It's a very hectic time. It's a very strong time, but I know that, I know you can get through it. You might be like, you're running around, you're trying to make a lot of commitments, you're trying to do everything. Guys, find a time to slow down a little bit, okay? Even if you have to set the boundaries of, we're going to stop, we're going to slow down, do it. It'll benefit your family. For some reason, we seem to be going faster and faster as the holidays approach. So, I'm looking back, because hold on one second. I had to pull this off the shelf. Sorry for y'all. Guys, I just finished my book by John Bravery called, I it's called X. I don't have it in front of me right now. It's a very good book. I'm continuing with him on another one. But my wife and I have just gotten done with this book called The Wild Goose Chase by Mark Batterson. It was given unto us by our pastor at church. And I'll say this. I highly recommend couples read it together. I know for us, this book got us thinking, got us looking at things, got us questioning things, got us understanding maybe where you are at a certain point in your life. It's a really insightful book, how to live. So I appreciate Matt and Kate for recommending this book to us, Wild Goose Chase, Mark Batterson. And while I'm reading this, it kind of reminded me of a situation. If you've ever partied in a field, you've ever been around maybe some good old boy who takes things a little past the limit on his side. Maybe, I don't know why this came through, but this is what this podcast is all about. I find moments in my life that are like kind of really sticking out, and I try and bring it into relation, and maybe someone else has gone through it or whatever it is. They can relate to this. In fact, the last episode where we did about pizza party, I had a couple of guys reach out to me like, man, this is my pizza party. This is what my celebration is. This is what I look forward to. And I really loved hearing that. In fact, for Christmas from this time, one of my buddies said, hey, my pizza party is going to be this menu with this people. And I'm like, I love that even more, man. That's great. He's anticipating he's planning the menu. But with this book, what you hear about is people who step out into crazy situations where it's like just blind faith. Like I'm going to like go after this and do this. And in talking with my wife one morning, I was like, man, it's kind of like that saying good old boys have, that when a certain situation arises or a moment in time of greatness, they say, hold my beer, watch this. And if you've never heard someone utter these words and then proceed to take action upon the universe, it could be quite the sight to see. It could be that person is getting ready to put on a display of amazing talent, or maybe this person getting ready to, or have already just completely made you go, oh. But usually it is done in one momentary set. I will never forget most recently being in Hunt, Texas on, I believe, the Guadalupe River with a group of people, adults, kids, everything. And one of the gentlemen there proceeds to climb to one of the highest points in the tree that I did not think was actually reachable, but he's up there. And then he just says, hey, watch out. And proceeds to do a backflip off of this tree in such a manner that made me like tighten up. And just him perfectly landed and pop out. And from that point on, I mean, he just popped up, came up, no big problem. Everybody is like, the kids are cheering for this. And at that point, I decided to title this man. I'm like, from this henceforward, you are Backflip Barry. Because my man just said, hold my beer and watch this. And bewildered us. And I had to think before that. I'm like, man, when was the last time somebody told me, hold my beer? When was the last time I looked upon my peers and said, hold my beer, watch this? Because we all know the joke, the humor, the relation inside of somebody, or maybe you get to the Instagram and there's a whole hashtag saying, hold my beer. I'm sure there is. And it's of people like taking a risk and either like doing something amazing or are just completely failing to a point that makes everybody like, oh, question why? Why did you do that? Why did you attempt that? Why did you even think you could accomplish that? And I kind of had to be at this point of my life where I am with my kids and everything, and then just reading this book to say, what have I done recently to get the attention and say, like, I am going to try this. I'm going to make an attempt. I am just going to risk it. And while I maybe a couple of times here and there, but on the grander scale. And today I'm recording this tonight, but I'm publishing during the day. That is what I wanted to like just address. I want to ask, I was like, when was the last time you did something crazy? When was the last time you put in an effort? When was the last time you took a chance? And on what scale? So if you're someone who is in sales, maybe your Hold My Beer is calling that customer that nobody wants to talk to. Maybe it is, maybe it's taking that second shot with a 3-wood or a driver off the deck onto the green on that long par 5, but you really did. You smashed your drive and you know you can make that second shot in. Maybe that's it, and you're in a scramble and you know that's just that one shot you can contribute. You got a safe one, but Hold My Beer, watch this. Maybe it's just a relative point in your life where you're just one of those guys that love to take chances and risk it, or it doesn't even matter for you. But when was the last time you told somebody to hold a beer? Watch this. And it came into a way that, on a superficial level, we know we want to see somebody like do something so stupid that they're going to get hurt and we're all going to laugh. But then I started asking myself, as always, and I go deeper, what would that be like in life? What would that be like if, when you look upon the fields in your life and you say, you know what? I think I need to just try something really stupid. I think I really just need to give it one really big shot. I need to take a chance. I need to risk it. I need to count on myself. I need to believe 100% that, hey, I am able to get this accomplished. When? Come on. Let's really, really, really think about that. And then if you got a wife or a kids or something like that, when was the last time they saw you, or a husband, because I know you got a few ladies that listen, when was the last time that you said, hey, I'm going to go for this, like really, 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 really based on faith in myself or God or what I'm being called to do? When would you win? Because I know personally, and in talking with others, as you get older, you tend to risk it less and less and less. Because let's take a look at the stories that we can think of when I say, like, hey, remember that buddy that said, hold my beer, watch this? It might go back to high school. It probably goes back to college. Maybe not as much after college because you begin to grow up a little bit. But man, what about when you're really young? You may not have said, hold my beer, but of course I'm sure you said, watch this, and you're going to do it. I think the hold my beer statement in that is the epitome of saying, I'm going to bet on this. Hey, keep this safe. I'll be right back. Watch this. Put your focus on me. So, in essence, it's hold on to this for a minute and then give me your undivided attention. Because I'm getting ready to try something. I'm getting ready to attempt. I'm getting ready to go. And of course, I know we can look at probably you have memories of guys who like did something and got hurt or fell out of a truck or did something stupid or did something in a way that caused a memorable negative aspect. But I'm sure if we also look back at it, we can say, man, I had this buddy that started a business and it really took off. I had somebody I know that was struggling with something and then they got it under control and they started to proceed. I know somebody that really came from a different background to where they're living right now, and they said it's all because of they are living where they are right now. And it's like, at one point you got to take a stance in your life, and where a situation comes where you can't hold it anymore, and it's like you either succumb to it or you say, hold my beer, watch this, I'm going to change this, I'm going to adapt, I'm going to grow, I'm going to put effort in, I'm going to show you that I'm going to take a really hard stab at this. And I see a lot of people not taking a stab at life. They're not playing the offense side of it. They're not risking it enough. And listen, I can fully be in this. I have been at a point where, like, when this topic came up, it had me going through things, and I had to like look up, go back through my phone, and where was I when I said, hold my beer, watch this. And there were times where I'm like, that's a good one. That's a good one. And of course, for me, it was more towards my kids. It was more towards my family. It really came upon when I was trying to impart wisdom onto someone else who maybe did not have the knowledge that I had, or the experiences or the life lessons. And I was able to say, hey, I hear what you're saying. Hold my beer, watch this. I'm going to show you something here. What are you showing off? What are you willing to risk in a public setting of saying, watch this, go? Because, I mean, we have Instagram, we got Facebook where we show a lot of highlights and things like that. But when did you show the struggle? When did you show the attempt? When did you show? I want to see the attempt. For example, every single person I see on Instagram Reels right now who's like, I made $50,000 this month from my $7 course. Show me the damn P&L. Show me the work. Show me the website. It's such a sucker bet that we've come into in this world, where people want to show you this like, ta-da, without saying let me show you what it took. And that's why I love creators who are like showing the struggle in their business. They're showing the struggle in their work. They're showing a daily life in their work. They're it's like every day they're going out and doing it. Look at our business owners who we know who are young. I mean, just they're going out there every day and producing and sharing and doing their thing. There's every day it's like, hold my beer, watch this. I'm going to make this business. What about the person? I mean, I even think about my pastor who gave me this book. Every Sunday he stands up. He's like, hold my beer. Well, I don't know if he drinks. I don't think he does really too much. But every time he shares that message on stage, he's like, hold my beer, watch this. I think about my wife alone, who like homeschools our kids and does this. It's like every day for school. It's like, hold my beer, watch this. I'm going to teach these kids. I'm going to run this business. I'm going to work this job. I'm going to be this dad. I'm going to be this coach. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. But hold my beer and watch this as I go out and execute on a grandstand. That's a little bit different to me. That's the effort that's needed. That's the writing the that's your ass writing a check your mouth, or your mouth writing a check your ass can't cash. Or maybe it does. Maybe payday comes that day and that check clears. And I wonder right now if we're not being enough daring. We've become too comfortable. We've become too aware. We've become whatever it takes or whatever it is. But honestly, I'd love to challenge you to risk it. To just take a jump at something, whatever it is. Or start planning to. Got something bubbling up in you and say, you know what, maybe I just need to go for it. Maybe you need to ask that girl out. Maybe you need to start that business. Maybe you need to go to that class. Maybe you need to confront a situation. Maybe you need to do whatever it is. Maybe you need to ask God to be in your soul. Whatever it is, maybe it's whatever it is, please think about it and say, like, man, do I just have what it is to go all in? It's the best thing I can think of. If you ever played poker or any kind of gambling, waging game where you just go all in on a bet, maybe it's you got your last. Fact, it is like this. We were recently in Vegas for a work show. I got down to $30 at the Golden Nugget Casino down in Fremont in old Las Vegas. Mr. Tillman Fertitta's casino. And guess what? I had $30 left and we're walking by a roulette. And I said, watch it. Hold my beer. Watch this. Put it on black. Black hits. Double up. I could have easily taken it. And one of the people at my party said, you should take it. Hold my beer. Watch this. And I laid it down again on black. And we hit again and we doubled it. Until finally, after 5 runs straight in black, and I was like, all right, I'm back up for the night. Homo Bear, watch this. I'm going to cash in and getting the hell out of Dodge. So, thank you, Uncle Tony Tillman. But that's it. Go risk it. Go have fun. Let me tell you this. Not being a good husband, or the husband you want to be, Homo Beer, watch this. Got to want to start a business, a project, aside something, Homo Bear, watch this. Throw it out there. Let people see. If people don't see, you're not really making that risk. You go for a run because you want to lose some weight, go for that run. Homo Beer, watch this and post your time. I got a buddy right now on a streak. He's posting it every day, and it's just a simple, like, this is what I ran, where it is. And I see this dude, and I'm like, hell yeah, brother. It's like I see it every day. He's like, watch this, Homo Beer, watch this, Homo Beer, watch this. And every day I'm like, yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, the day I don't see it, I'm going to probably be like, what's up, man, where you at? But Homo Beer, watch this. You want to be better in life? Homo Beer, watch this. You want to, whatever it is, hold my beer, watch this. Keep going, keep fighting, keep pushing. And guess what? If you don't make it the first time, they're going to laugh at you. They'll probably make fun of you. They'll probably talk about it. But the next time you go to risk it and you say, hold my beer, you're not the same person. You're already operating from a different standpoint. Don't be afraid. Just go after it. Go get it. Go have fun. And when you do, let me know. Let's come back and let's sit about it. I mean, my buddies who started these businesses. Oh, my beer, watch this. I remember when my wife started her business. It was a moment of like, I watched her every night just packing, shipping, presenting, replying, doing all this stuff to the point where they finally sold the business. And it was like, watch this. It was done. Man, oh man. I've been working on this topic for a while. I've been excited to share it. Because I'm working on some things that I plan on in 2024. I'll be able to say, hold my beer, watch this. Guys, as always, I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you tuning in. If you can, please go to the link. It's in our bio on Instagram. It's everywhere you can find us. Like, subscribe, share it out, share this message. It's all where we're going to grow. It's all where we're going to get bigger and bigger and spread this message. So y'all, praying for you. I love you. Can't wait to watch.